Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. This is a new channel and I am nervous about beginning. I'm kind of nervous about what I'm going to be talking about, but I feel like it would be very helpful to a lot of people. At least I'm hoping that it would be. And the name of this channel is, I'm sorry if you see me looking down, I'm kind of like looking at my notes. I don't want to leave anything out. So the name of this channel is Surrogacy, the Black Experience, a Black Woman's Guide to Motherhood. I wanted to do this channel because my husband and I went through surrogacy. We were dealing with infertility and we chose the option of surrogacy. And it was a lot of things that we went through, and just with infertility in general, it's just really difficult. And what I'm realizing is that sometimes it's not, a lot of people don't talk about it, especially in the Black community and other communities. It's kind of like something you really don't talk about. As a matter of fact, when I was going through it myself, I went on YouTube and followed some of the stories and the journeys, and you see a lot of women who were surrogates, and they talk about their journey, which was helpful as an intended mom, but at the same time I didn't see a lot of Black women talking about their experience, trying to have children or to try to have a child by surrogacy. So anyway, I wanted to share my experience as a Black woman. And honestly, to be honest with you, I'm sure if you're not Black, but you have experienced or are experiencing infertility, or you're interested in getting a surrogate to carry your child, this information would still be helpful to you. It's just that, like I said, I didn't have any, I didn't know of any Black women who had kind of went through the process, and sometimes it's helpful from our perspective just to kind of, feel like, to know how someone else, who, that you can identify with and what kind of experiences they have. Because we all do have different experiences and different perspectives. So at any rate, whatever, like I said, it could be helpful to you at the same time too. So I am going to be talking about surrogacy. I'll probably begin my journey as far as infertility and not being able to carry a child. I'll probably talk about that and the experiences we went through. We did go through different rounds of IVF. We've been trying it. Actually came, it took us a lot of years before we got to this point, and we decided to go ahead and go through the process. So I'll start talking about infertility, the beginning of the trials with that, and us deciding how to go through infertility, what it entails, medications, the cost of it, insurance, different protocols, and then also, you have different doctors and agencies and all these things. Infertility is actually a big business now. Unfortunately, a lot of people are experiencing infertility. I don't know if it's because women are waiting longer to have children, or and then you don't realize that there may be something going on, and it might end up being like it's a situation where it's a little bit late in the game, and then now you're scrambling and try to figure it out. Sorry about all this stuff. I'm actually in my daughter's room. So she's a sweetie. So we're going to start off talking about infertility and all that entails it. A lot of personal information, emotional things that happen. How do you feel about, how I felt going through my own journey. Also how people react to you, the community, the expectations, religious responses, and just religious thoughts that people have. It's just really a lot of different things like that. The second thing we'll talk about is the IVF journey, freezing your eggs, transferring your eggs, taking medication, all those kind of things. Um, yeah, so we talked about the insurance and the financials, and then basically the next step, surrogacy. Also, I do want to add into that, because one of my situations was fibroids. Going through that whole thing, I know a lot of women have other different kind of issues as far as endometriosis, like I said, fibroids, just a kind of lot of different things that cause infertility, and sometimes it is on the male side too. I'm not really sure about that because I didn't deal with that. But those are things we can talk about. And then the final thing is surrogacy. The beginning, finding an agency, finding out about it, what kind of surrogacy exists. Like, are you going to do a gestational surrogate? Are you going to do a traditional surrogate? The laws in your state, knowing what the laws are, because some states it's illegal. you can't use a surrogate. The other thing is the cost. That's the biggest thing. The cost of surrogacy agencies, and then the journey, how the process is with the surrogate mom. For me, that was the challenge. Like, we were so excited, we wanted to have a child, but then having someone else carry the child, and then for 9 months it's you're not carrying your own child. So that's kind of like a different experience. It's just really a lot to talk about. I feel like it's very important to talk about, and I feel like people should have a conversation. Women should have a conversation, especially in the Black community, all communities really. But sometimes we just make stuff taboo. Like, nobody talks about what's going on. And to be honest with you, if I could do it all over again, I probably would have talked about it a little bit more, because when we finally told our friends and family that we were gonna have a surrogate, we got so much outpour of support. Like, oh my God, I'm almost gonna cry, because we got so much outpouring of support and love, and just like, oh my God, everybody was so excited. And I wish I would have did it earlier, because I feel like it would have been a good thing, But sometimes that's hard too, because then when you kind of open yourself up to do that, you also have to now share the down parts of the roller coaster. And it is a roller coaster ride. It's like, very emotional, especially when you don't get good news, it doesn't work, this or that, So anyway, guys, so as you can tell, this is a very personal information. And like I said, the reason why I want to share it is because I feel like it can help a lot of people. I feel like I learned a lot going through it, and talking to people. Sometimes people are just intrigued, like, wow, how did you do that? What did you do? Like, the only people we know who did it was like Gabrielle Union, or someone else, Kardashians or whatever. But regular people, normal people, do have the option, and I just wanted to kind of give you guys, to point you in the right direction of things that you can do. So number one, if you could just support the channel. If you have any feedback or any questions or anything else that you want to know about, or you think you want to have me add to what we're talking about, to the conversation, I'll gladly do that. And support the channel, like the channel, ask questions, and then just give me feedback. If I have people that really want to know about it, then I feel good to say, hey, this is really a good thing, and I can talk about it, and you guys can be helped by it. And I guess just a disclaimer, like, I'm not a medical person, I'm not in the health field. I'm not a financial person or counselor anyway. I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm not paid by anybody to say what I'm saying. It's just my own personal experience, the good, bad, and the ugly, as it goes. The other thing I do want to add is that once my daughter was born, just the whole part of, being a first-time mom, and, like, buying all these things and trying to find out a lot of things that were good for children, and different surrogacy type things. I probably will do some kind of reviews and some kind of you should do this, or you can buy this, or do whatever. I probably will add that on, and kind of do some things like that if you guys are interested. And that's kind of like it, guys. So like I said, give me some love, send some encouragement this way, because You know, it is nerve-wracking. It's personal information. But you know, I feel good about it. I think that it's good for me also just to kind of like share everything that went on, and hopefully that somebody else can be blessed and get information. And if you are dealing with infertility, knowing that there are other ways that you can become a mom or dad, you know, to become a parent. So that's it for my first video, and I look forward to talking to you guys again really soon. Like I said, go ahead and like the channel. I would love it. And give me some support, ask questions, and I hope to see you guys soon. Okay.